Hey guys, Stuart here, back again with another overview, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Xemnu Build-A-Figure Wave. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, today I'm going to be doing a bit of an overview of the Xemnu Build-A-Figure Wave from the Marvel Legends line, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. Not so fine folks if this wave was relatively difficult for you to track down. I know it was for me. These really didn't hit the store that much here, and it doesn't seem like they're coming back anytime soon. I could be wrong. My local Target's going through a bit of a reset right now for some reason. It's kind of hard to justify a reset when there ain't crap on the shelves, but with that being said, I digress. But today, I'm going to be breaking down this wave for you figure by figure in the order that I got them / reviewed them. So, without further ado, let's just cut to the chase, starting with Lady Deathstrike. She is an X-Men / Wolverine villainess, and one that a lot of people have wanted for a very long time. And I'm gonna say, if you are one of those people, she does not disappoint. She is a really solid figure, a little light on accessories because she doesn't have any. It would have been nice to get some different hands or a different head maybe, but that figure is also 100% new tooling, so there is that. And I've been hearing a lot of rumors that they could reuse some of the arm pieces off of this figure for a classic style Mockingbird. I would not be surprised if we see that in the retro card line, considering they just did Hercules and Tigra. Those are up for pre-order now on various websites. The Late Deathstrike, probably one of the best figures in the wave. I know a lot of people like her. I do as well. I think maybe some shading. I'm going to just set that thing over the top along with an alt head and some alt hands. But I digress. Moving on from her, we have probably the worst figure in the wave, or at least the weakest. Good old Arcade. He comes with an alt head, comes with his cane, no alt hands or anything like that. He doesn't really need alt hands, but you know, would have been nice. And this is basically a dude in a white suit. If you wanted a dude in a white suit, look no further than Arcade. He is an X-Men villain, primarily, I believe, but he was also in the MODOK series on Hulu, as well as a Ghost Rider comic, which is, hey, yeah, why I bought that figure. So, you know, take it as you will. Cool figure, but very, very boring, very, very generic, but that's the character. Moving on from him, though, because there ain't a lot to talk about with him other than his crazy platform shoes. I mean, seriously, did you borrow those from Paul Stanley? Moving on from him, though, we have the awesome new Red Skull figure, which some people like, some people don't like. I like it. I think it's good. I prefer the more Nazi uniform Red Skull. Goes to show you what kind of person I am, I guess. But this one utilizes a completely new pinless body type, which I forgot to mention with Lady Deathstrike. She is 100% pinless. Red Skull follows suit with the whole pinless tech thing. He's in a slightly more baggy jumpsuit, and I know it's not baggy. All one of you who complains about that, you know who you are. Think you're a Harvard scholar in the English language just because you grew up in the 1990s. You don't know crap, son. Either way. He's in a slightly more wrinkled, baggy jumpsuit. I don't care, man. I wear clothes that are slightly bigger than me. I am not the biggest guy. My clothes are not that baggy. Just saying. Wrinkled. Whatever. But he's in a new body. He looks awesome. I like the figure. I even like his goofy looking gun. I do like it better with the Dormammu hands, though. I think that works a little bit better as far as his colors go. Kind of breaks up the green. There's a little bit too much green for with the red hands, I think it's perfect figure that way. And the alternate head came in handy for my Spider-Man Noir Kit Bash custom. So there's that too. Shout out to my local buddy Rusty for trading me that figure, by the way. Moving on from him, though, we have my favorite figure in the wave. That's right, the Dormammu, who is awesome. My main gripe with that figure is the lack of contrast in the colors on his head sculpt. I think the fire and the face kind of blends in. Would have been nice to see some yellow paint in the face, but what are you going to do? Paint it, I guess. Other than that, I would have liked him to be a head taller than everyone else in this wave. Maybe not Bath-sized, like the Build-A-Figure Dormammu, but he just seems a little small. Although, if you are into the Marvel Universe 3 3/4 inch scale stuff, that's a perfect figure for you, because it's a big Dormammu, and you can have him fighting Doctor Strange. So, probably gonna look up that Marvel Universe Doctor Strange after this video and see what that's going for. Moving on from him, though, we got the Hood, who is, well, I like him better than Arcade as far as being more interesting goes, but that hood sucks. The hood and cape setup doesn't really work on the figure, and I have it showcased here. You can see that thing is not sitting on his shoulders. It is sitting probably like 5 millimeters above his shoulders. It's kind of hilarious that they didn't use a peg to peg it into the back, or even a clasp to have it tuck under his chin. That way you'd have to pop the head off to remove the cloak. Much like the Demogoblin heads, or the Hobgoblin heads from the old Hobgoblin figure, the hoods and the heads were kind of connected in a way that you had to remove one to take off the other. So, with that being said, that's really my main gripe with him, other than, yeah, his face is kind of derpy, but what are you going to do about it? And I guess his accessories are a little phallic looking, but I didn't see it that way as much as some others, so there is that as well. I'm tempted to see what that head and cloak looks like on a taller face figure. I'm very curious if that's going to work out or not. Maybe a suited body, but I don't know if he wears a suit or not, so I have to look up some pictures of that guy, see what his other costumes look like, if any. Other than that, I mean, if you want him, he's there. Kind of like Arcade, if you want him, he's there. These are the two that I don't see selling out from this wave for a long, long time, so maybe wait to pick them up on clearance. One that's surprisingly selling out relatively quickly is the AIM Scientist Supreme, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the MODOK series on Hulu, because the Scientist Supreme in that series was a female, but she was also on the Goldbergs and Solar Opposites, by the way. But the Scientist Supreme is a relatively hard figure to come by. I don't see him very often in my area. I think Mr. Brian found this one at not Target, but Game Shop, or GameStop. So yeah, that's where I probably got most of this wave from. I know that's where I got Dormammu from. I don't know about the Hood and Scientist Supreme though. But yeah, very strange how that figure is kind of hard to come by. And he also has this weird chalky powder on him when you first open him. Granted, I gave him a bit of a bath and I wiped him down with a tissue and that came right off. So hopefully it stays that way, but we'll see. I know some old Mattel DC Classics figures do the same thing, like Deathstroke, and a lot of the figures from that wave, actually, the Robin from, was it the Solomon Grundy wave? He also did that, because I got a Robin and a Deathstroke new in package that had that dust on them. So, yeah, it's very, very strange. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Maybe it's something to do with the marbleized plastic, but I don't know. I like that figure, though. I think he's cool. Would have been nice if it came with a blaster pistol, but other than that, I think it's a really solid release. Moving on from him, though, we're not going to talk about Xemnu, even though that's the way I reviewed the figures. We're going to talk about that Doctor Doom. This Doctor Doom is pretty cool, man. A lot of people don't like it, which I get, because it's not the classic green, or even the modern green look, but I think it's cool. It's different, it's a little bit more unique, it kind of pops, he stands out amongst all these other figures, because he's just so darn bright with his white cape and all, and he comes with a Thanos skull and spine, with an articulated jaw. A bit bummed the head doesn't pop off, so I can put a Brie Larson head on the spinal column, but what are you gonna do? Still a really solid figure. I would recommend you pick that one up if you're on the fence about it. I think it's really cool. No bath piece with him though. All the other ones came with a bath piece. 6-figure Build-A-Figure. Yeah, 6-figure Build-A-Figure. Pretty standard for Marvel Legends. So with that being said, let's talk about Xemnu, who is a Hulk villain. Which we don't get a lot of Hulk villains. We actually haven't got a lot of Fantastic Four villains. We got Doctor Doom, a Namor, and a Super Skrull in the past, like, 5 years. Is Thundra a Fantastic Four character? I can't remember. But now that they're kind of going a little bit more gung-ho with the Fantastic Four stuff, maybe we'll see more Fantastic Four villains. I hope we see some more Hulk villains as well. Because Xemnu is cool, but he's not, you know, Bi-Beast cool or a new classic Abomination cool. I have the old Abomination Build-A-Figure Hasbro did, but he's really short compared to the new Hulk body, so I would like to see that again. Maybe that's coming down the line. There's a bit of a rumor surrounding some trading cards that you can get at GameStop to have some super villains in what appears to be Marvel Legends style boxes. It's just artwork, but, you know, wishful thinking, I guess. But Xemnu is really cool. I dig him. He's kind of like the Snow Ghost from Scooby-Doo in a way. He just kind of looks like him, which is pretty hilarious. Kind of a Cousin It on steroids that is albino, so there's that too. But yeah, I really like Xemnu. I think he's a cool baff. He reuses the Sasquatch body mold for the most part. And I guess if you wanted to, you could take the Wendigo arms and legs and make a custom Snow Ghost for your Scooby-Doo Scoop movie figures. Or, you know, the classic Scooby-Doo stuff, because that's what he's from. But yeah, I like Xemnu. I think he's a cool baff. He's a solid baff. I might like him more than Mr. Hyde. I'm not sure. I didn't finish that wave because that Shang freaking Chi wave, man, is very uninteresting. And I got nothing against Asians. It's just that wave needed a classic Mandarin. It needed a classic Death Dealer. It needed a lot, to say the very least. Maybe a different kind of hand ninja, which they did just put out that undead hand ninja. Might have to grab one of those. But yeah, that wave was just lacking in overall interesting character choices, so it got clearanced out quick. And I think it's gone for a while now, so there is that. Hopefully I'll be able to find that Ursa Major wave. I wish they threw Ultron in this wave. Gave Xemnu an accessory that came with Ultron or something. That would have just set this wave off. This would have been the best wave, and since Venompool, I'm really partial to Venompool because I love symbiotes, and I love that Venompool Build-A-Figure. Which, side note, I got the replacement legs from BBTS a few weeks ago, and it's a night and day difference. They're super tight this time. I'm really stoked to have that thing as good as it can be now. So, Overlord is a happy bitch, to say the very least. So with that being said, I would recommend you pick this wave up if you've been kind of lowballing it with Marvel Legends like myself, and you haven't bought a lot in the past year. You know, aside from some of the figures you like, just here and there. I think this wave is worth having. I think it's a solid wave. I love the Dormammu, I love the Red Skull, I love the Doctor Doom, more than I thought I would, and I love the Lady Deathstrike. I even like Scientist Supreme and Xemnu quite a bit more than I thought I would. So, for a wave that's 8 figures, including the bath, it's about 8 figures with the bath, and only 2 of them are kind of meh, but one of them's a character people have wanted for a while, and the other one, it helps complete a team. Again, I don't know who else is in the Cabal, but I guess the Hood is in there along with Doctor Doom. So, you know, there is that. This is a really solid wave. I would highly recommend you pick this up if you've been waiting for a good Marvel Legends wave to pick up. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this overview. Don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. Got a Mezco Blade review coming your way. Did my trade with Travis Bolts from the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. That'll be up tomorrow. Not sure what'll be coming after that. The DC Multiverse Shriek, I actually just got that as the time this video is being posted, most likely. So I'll definitely be taking a look at that. And Really looking forward to that figure. Hope it lives up to all the waiting. Which seems to be the theme this year, right? But if you haven't already, hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions for all kinds of toy and action figure related posts and whatnots. And don't forget to leave a comment. Comment section below. Let me know what you think of this wave. If you love it or hate it. Let me know what your favorite figures from this wave are. I have a feeling it's going to be unanimous between Red Skull and Lady Deathstrike just because they're the two hardest to find. Mr. Brian has never seen Red Skull in the store. He got beat to it when he went to GameStop one time, so yeah, I'm not sure what the dealio with this wave is, but all I know is that Dr. Doom got clearanced already, so I think it's come and gone already, which is pretty crazy, considering that it was only around for literally like a month, at least in my area. Funny how that works. But as always, don't forget to keep the comments civil. This world sucks enough as it is, especially when you can't find a really solid Legends wave like this one. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.